Well, of course I've called, Lucetta. Now, what does this nonsense mean?
You've kept away.
I've been busy. Then you send down word as though you're indisposed.
So you thought to keep me on tenterhooks by not calling?
You are very cool, it seems to me. I've been thinking things over, Lucetta. And, well, I've called to say that I am ready, as soon as custom will permit, to give you my name in return for your devotion. And to say that you can fix the day or the month with my full consent, whenever in your opinion it would be seemly. You know more about these things than I do.
It is too early yet.
Is it? After what passed between us? Well, perhaps it is early. I want to put things to rights without too much delay.
Thank you.
Well, on my life, I didn't know such furniture as this could be bought in Casterbridge.
Nor can it be. It took a wagon and 4 horses to get it here.
Looks like you're living on capital.
Oh, no, I'm not.
Good. But if you're not used to handling money...
Oh, I'll manage.
There's no one in the world I'd rather see come into little money than you, Lucetta. And no one who'll become it more.
I'm greatly obliged to you.
You may be obliged for it, or you may not, my lady Lucetta.
That's rather a rude way of speaking to me.
My words may not have the polish that you have lately come to expect, but they are real.
I still find them too...
I don't understand you, that's all. I come to make you an honest proposal, and you want to be thankful.
How can you say that? Oh, I suffered enough when you wrote to tell me of your wife's return and my dismissal. If I seem a little independent now, surely that privilege is due to me.
What have you got to say to my proposal?
For the present, let things be.
What do you mean, eh? For the present.
I mean, treat me as an acquaintance, and I'll treat you as one. Time will...
That's the way the wind blows at it.
We don't have to...
Now, you came to Casterbridge entirely on my account. Yet now you're here and I offer to marry you. You have nothing to say to my offer.
You must give me time.
Aye. You shall have time, my lady.
Aren't you staying for tea?
Tea's not what I want. Is there somebody else?
What do you mean?
A rival. Do I have one?
Michael, listen
I wouldn't
to
like that, Lucetta. You came here for me. I hope there's no one else. It'll be a fine harvest. A fine harvest. I'll take it.
And we bought too soon, sir, and too much.
You didn't say that at the time, Job. You my foreman, aren't you? Why'd you let me go on with it, eh?
It weren't my place to,
Not
sir.
a word of doubt from you or anyone else would have made me think twice.
You can never tell the weather until it's gone by, sir.
Bankers can, though. There's half my property in their hands now.
Aye. It's very unfortunate.
The Scotchman didn't make the same mistake, did he? Hey, he can buy it half the price that I did. I gotta sell him. Every single blasted damnation ounce at the biggest loss. What are you wiping yourself for?
Because I feel hot.
Oh, you can wipe and say how hot you are, can you? It's all your blasted fault.
My advice to you, sir, was to do what you thought best.
Oh, a useful fellow, eh? Well, the sooner you give someone else that kind of advice, the better.
You made up your own mind. It's not right to blame me for it, sir.
There's the granary's full to choking. There's the prices dropping like a stone down a well, and you wiping yourself. It's not right to blame you. You're no good to me, Jump. You're no damn good at all. I don't want someone who agrees with every damn word I say. God help them who contradicts you! Get out of my sight! Take yourself off!
You'll be sorry for that, sir. Sorry as any man can be.
Go on, get out of my sight, for you! Is there a curse on me, is there? Is there a curse on me?
Well, more tea?
Thank you.
Fine hot day, Father.
So everybody keeps saying.
Well, it is a nice day. I don't see why we shouldn't say so. Well, I didn't... What is it, dear? No, it's not important.
Do you know a young man called Donald Farfrae?
Yes. Yes, a little.
Pleasant young man.
Yes.
Mr. Farfrae, ma'am.
I know I didn't say that.
Good afternoon, Mr. Farfrae. I believe you two gentlemen already know each other.
Well, well, well.
Mr. Henchard.
Farfrae.
Would you, yes, sit down, Mr. Farfrae, and have some tea.
Thank you.
Another nice day, isn't it?
Very. Sorry to hear you banked on a poor harvest, sir.
Huh. Nothing so bad as that, man. Just one of the hazards of the trade. Case is not so bad as folks make out.
Glad to hear it. Prices are certainly low.
You calling on Elizabeth Jane, Farfrae?
Do you object, Mr. Hendry?
'Tis not my house.
Go and see about some more cakes, Miss Templeman.
Oh, thank you. Would you like some bread and butter?
Oh, thank you.
Sorry.
Do you remember a bit back my telling you about that woman in the Channel Islands?
Yes.
Do you remember why it was I couldn't marry her?
Aye. Your wife came back.
Aye.
More tea?
No, thank you. Well, now, this other lady, I've offered to marry her now that I can, put right the wrong. But, she won't marry me. Now, what do you think of her now?
Well, you owe her nothing more now.
Aye. You ever hear that story, Miss Templeman?
No, I don't think so.
No. 'Tis not a pretty one. We were intimate, you see. And, Well, in a manner of speaking, you understand. She lost her good name over it.
Well, then, she ought to marry you now for her own sake.
That's right. Wouldn't you say so too, Miss Templeman?
Perhaps she sees things in a different light. I don't know, of course.
Of course.
I mean,
Is there anything the matter?
no. No. Here we are. Some more cakes. Thanks.
Well, thank you.
Darling, loose make me blood, damn it. Shit. That's the way. Oh, 'twas all Monday morning. I behind me down. Oh, Christ. Oh, God. Oh. Oh.
Good night, then. Are you going to your room?
Good night, Miss Henchard.
You have my leave. Speak what you like.
You won't laugh.
No, of course not, Donald.
You are sure to be much sought after for your position, wealth, talent, and beauty. But,
Go on.
but will you resist the temptation to be one of those ladies with many admirers, aye, and settle for only a homely one?
And is he the speaker?
Oh, can you doubt it? I am afraid that what I feel here will make me forget my manners.
Then I hope you never have any.
You mean?
Say what you feel. I want you to. I should wish to have my own way in some things.
In everything? What special thing did you mean?
If I should not wish to live always in Casterbridge, if I shouldn't be happy here.
But aren't you happy here?
Yes,
I
but
thought
if...
that- What's the matter?
Damn bastard!
Hey, Jake!
It's only a drunk. Nothing to worry about. Go on back for a second. I'll see you tomorrow.
Yes, my love. to surprise me here at such a time.
I don't know that I have not the right.
What do you want?
You are doing me a great wrong, Lucetta.
Why do you look at me like that?
I have seen what I have seen.
It is too late to call. Too late for propriety. Please, I say it's too late.
Not too late to remind you of a little matter that you seem to have forgot.
I don't want to hear it.
Well, you are hearing it!
Michael, when we were lovers in Jersey, it was understood that we should marry. And it came to nothing. No, listen to me. It came to nothing. And I was left very unhappy. I also think that you offered to marry me because I'd been so compromised, rather than because you loved me.
Lucetta!
So why not leave it be? Why not leave me the freedom that I gained in such sorrow? I no longer care for you so deeply.
Why did you come here to find me, then?
I thought I ought to marry you for conscience sake, even though I...
And why don't you still feel that?
People change. My circumstances have altered. The money has changed the way I look.
I don't want to touch your money. I'm quite prepared for you to use every penny of that property the way you want to. I don't want to touch it.
No, but I've changed.
Been changed, you mean? And by a man who is no better than me.
If you were as good as he is, you'd leave me alone.
Leave you to him, you mean? To him?
He's not shouting.
He'll not have you, he'll not. You cannot refuse me. I'll reveal our intimacy for all to know.
No, you wouldn't do that. You wouldn't.
Unless you give me a promise this very night to be my wife.
No, Michael.
Unless you promise me now, here and now in front of a witness. I'll reveal all there is to know about us. In fairness to other men.
Yes, miss? What is it, miss?
Miss Templeman wishes you to fetch Elizabeth Jane from her room.
Yes, sir.
Elizabeth Jane,
Father, what is it?
I want you to hear this.
Father?
Will you or will you not marry me?
If you wish it, I must.
You say yes?
I do.
Lucetta!
Get her some air.
What dreadful thing drives her to say this, Father, when it's such a pain to her?
She'll get over it.
Don't make her do anything against her will. She's not very strong. I know. I've lived with her.
He's such a simpleton. This'll leave him free for you, won't it?
Him? Who are you talking about? Nobody. As far as I'm concerned.
My mistake, then. But this business is between Miss Templeman and myself. She has agreed to be my wife, and you are the witness to it, Elizabeth Jane.
Don't dwell on it now, Father. She's not in a fit state.
I don't wish to dwell on it, just as long as she promises.
I have promised.
Just as long as that's agreed.
It is, Father, it is. Help me get Miss Templeman to her feet. No, I can do it myself. Leave us, Father. Please leave us now.
Very well. But what's been said's been said. You are to be my wife, Lucetta.
Yes.
understand it. I'll go to him and ask him to release you.
No.
Miss Templeman.
No, let it be.
Hearing an illegal noise, I went down the street at 25 minutes past 10 p.m. on the night of the 5th instinct, and I Domini. When I proceeded to the...
Don't go so fast, Stubbard.
When I had proceeded to the spot, I saw a defendant at another spot, namely the gutter.
Gutter, yes.
She was wambling about, quite dangerous to the thoroughfare, and as I approached to draw near, she committed the nuisance and insulted me.
What did she say?
Said she, "Put away that lantern," said she.
Yes?
Said she, "Dost hear, old termit head? Put away that lantern. I flawed fellers a sight finer looking than a fool like thee, you son of a bee. Me if I ain't," said she.
I didn't. I never did.
And when I apprehended her, she refused to come on along, saying, "I'm B, not you. B, D me if I ain't," said she.
We've had enough of them cussed D's and B's. Now speak the words out like a man, Stubbard, or leave it alone. Sir, you any questions to ask this constable? Or anything at all to say to this court? Well?
20 years ago, or thereabout, I was selling a firmery and a tent at Waden Fair.
Well, that's beginning at the beginning. Suppose you start at the creation.
A man and a woman with a little child came into my tent. They sat down and had a basin apiece. Ah, Lord's my life. I was of a more respectable station in this world then than I am now. I used to season my infirmity with rum for them that asked for it. I did it for the man, and he had more and more. And then he quarrelled with his wife and offered to sell her to the highest bidder. A sailor came in and offered 5 guineas. He paid the money and then led her away. And the man who sold his wife in that fashion is the man sitting there. That man in a great big chair.
We don't want to hear your life and adventures. You've been asked if you've anything to say bearing on the case.
It does bear on the case. It proves that he's no better than me. And there's no right to sit there in judgment on me.
Hold your tongue. 'Tis a concocted story.
No! 'Tis true. 'Tis true as the light. And upon my soul, it does prove that I am no better than she. And to keep out of any temptation to treat her hard for her revenge, I leave it to you. Aye, this will do him no good.
Please, ma'am, 'tis the story about Mr. Henchard.
What story?
A woman at the court, ma'am, has proved that before he became a gentleman, he sold his wife for 5 guineas in a booth at the fair.
Sold his wife?
And now 'tis said all over town he's heavily in debt, and the bank is pressing in on him to pay up.
Sold his wife?
They say he'll be ruined.
Sold his wife. Aye.
Casterbridge is so gloomy. I've decided to go away.
You look tired.
Just for a few days. To the seaside.
Perhaps the change will do you good.
Yes. Yes, I must get away.
Of course.
Treacherous weather. More like living in Revelations than in England. If I had only waited.
Waited for what, Father?
The weather. 'Tis not such a good harvest after all. But I've had to sell off all the grain that I bought at such a loss that...
I'm sorry to hear that.
And have you heard anything else?
About what, Father?
Never mind.
Won't you sit down and have some tea?
Is she not back?
Oh. I think she needed a holiday. She's not very strong.
No. More like the book of Job.
What?
Let the day perish wherein I was born.
Shall I ring for some tea, Father?
Tea? No, thank you. Not tea.
She is expected back tomorrow, Father.
I thought I'd come and meet you. Thank you, but I'm quite safe, you know.
My father called again.
You told him I was back? Yes, and that you'd gone for a walk along the Turnpike Road. How did he seem to you? Restless, impatient, and angry? No, more gloomy and in very low spirits. Oh, look! What shall we do? Keep facing it. Oh, no, I daren't.
As I came in the outward door, as day was waxing weary, a walk came tripping.
Here, right, it's quiet. You can't keep your windows down. Tie him up now. Steady now. We're safe now. Now let's get outside. Are you all right, Elizabeth? Yes. Yes, off you go now. Lucetta, can you walk? Hey, you steady? No, it's all right. He's tied up now. It's all right. Let's get outside.
I feel quite...
Yeah. Yes, well, that's all right. You take my arm. I'll support you.
Thank you.
All right? Breathe deep. Breathe. Breathe some air. Stop. Breathe.
You saved us.
Well, you're safe now. You're safe.
You were so very brave.
Oh, 'tis only a poor dumb beast.
Oh, but it would have killed us.
What's the only thing to do?
Thank God you came along.
It was not entirely an accident, Lucetta. I was looking for you.
Oh, my muff. Oh, I'll run back and get it for you. Thank you.
Come with you. Are you all right now?
Yes, I will be.
Well, lean on me. Lean on me.
Thank you.
Let's walk up there. Breathe steady.
Why, Miss Henchard, what brings you out here?
Mr. Farquhar, if you only knew what had happened.
You look upset. Tell me.
Miss Templeman and I were chased by a bull.
But Miss Templeman, where is she?
Oh, calm yourself, Mr. Farquhar. My father saved us. I came back to collect this.
He's taken her home.
She's gone with Mr. Henchard, you say?
Yes, he's taken care of her.
Are you sure she can get home?
Yes, she's quite safe.
Oh, forgive me. You two must be very distressed. Let me help you. Your stepfather saved her, you say?
Yes, entirely.
I've been wanting to talk to you these 2-3 days. But you've been away and I couldn't.
Yes, I needed to go.
Can you talk now? I very much want to talk.
I don't feel
Dear
altogether...
Lucetta, I'm anxious. I'm very anxious to see you and talk to you.
I don't want to.
I've been thinking about the way I got your promise to marry me that night.
Yes.
Well, you said to me, you said, if I were a man, I would not insist. And that cut me deep, Lucetta, right here. I felt there was some truth in it. Now, I don't want to make you wretched, I don't. And I can see that for you to marry me now would do that as nothing else could. That's very plain. So, I agree to an indefinite engagement. To put off all thought of marriage for a year or two. Lucetta.
But can I do nothing of a different kind? Oh, I'm full of gratitude to you. You saved my life.
Oh, that doesn't enter into it.
But your love for me is like coals of fire on my head.
I see.
But I have money now. Surely I can do something in return for your goodness. Or something practical.
Well, there is one thing that you might do, but it's, well, not exactly that kind, Lucetta.
What is it?
I must tell you a secret to ask it. You may have heard I've been unlucky this year. I did what I have never done before. I speculated on the harvest weather, and I lost. I lost a lot. In fact, to tell you a secret, mind, I've been near nigh bankrupt unless I...
And you want me to advance you some money?
No, I'm not the man to sponge on a woman.
But if you're in such
No,
difficulties...
Lucetta, no. What you can do... What you can do is this, and it would save me. Now, my biggest creditor by far is Mr. Grower, and it's at his hands that I shall suffer if at anybody's.
Who?
Grower, you see. Now, if he'll hold off for a while, even just a fortnight, I can pull through, and... Well, now, there's one way in which he can be made to wait. That is, if you were to tell him that you are my intended, Lucetta, and that we are to be quietly married in the next fortnight.
Michael, listen.
Well, no, stop now. You haven't heard it all. You let him have the story, see? Without any prejudice, of course, to the fact that the actual engagement is to be a long one. Nobody else need know. You could, yes, listen now, you could go with me to Mr. Grower, and you could let me speak to E in front of him as if we were on such terms. We'd ask him to keep it a secret, and, well, this way he'll wait. He'll willingly wait for his money, and at the end of a fortnight, you see, well, I can face him then, and then I'll tell him that the wedding's been postponed. And, well, not a soul in the town need know that you helped me, eh? What do you say, Lucetta?
Oh, Michael. If it were anything else.
Oh, but it's such a little thing. I mean, it's less than you've offered already. It doesn't touch your money.
No, it's not because I won't. It's because I absolutely can't.
But why?
I cannot.
Oh, but listen now. Just give me one reason, eh?
Because he was a witness.
A witness? Witness of what?
Oh, if I must tell you, don't shout.
Well, now, let's hear what you mean.
Mr. Grower was witness to my marriage.
Married?
Yes, with Mr. Farfrey. Oh, Michael, I'm already his wife. We were married the day before yesterday in Port Brady. Well, Mr. Grower was witness because he happened to be there at the time.
Married? My God, you married him when you were promised to marry me!
Don't tell me so cruel. I loved him. I loved him so much, and I thought you'd tell him of the past. And then that woman in the court saying how you sold your first wife to fare like a horse or cow. I never did really know how you two came to be separated, but that... How could I keep my promise after hearing that?
That's not the real reason.
I knew I should lose Donald if I did not secure him at once.
No, we haven't.
Yes, because I knew you'd carry out your threat of telling him of our former
intimacy.
Acquaintance. And you would, as long as there was a chance of keeping me for yourself by doing so.
Would I?
But you won't tell him about us now, will you, Michael? It's too late to separate us.
Where is he now, then, eh? Hiding?
No, he was kept another day in Port Brady on business.
Oh, like a Scotchman.
That's why I was walking. He was coming along that road.
In time to save you from the bull, eh?
Oh, he will always be grateful to you for that.
Oh, I'm very much obliged to him, you false woman, you promised me!
Yes, but it was under compulsion, and I didn't know all about your past.
My past, my past!
No, please, Michael, try to understand.
And what about your past, eh, now? One word to this brand new husband of yours about you courted me in Jersey and your precious happiness will be blown to bits, won't it?
Michael, be generous. Generous and pity.
You don't deserve pity!
I'll help you pay off your debt.
Pensioner of Farfrey's wife, eh? Oh, not me. Not this man.
The setter. Oh, the setter. I've heard all about it. Thank heaven you're safe.
Here is your muff, Miss Templeman. It's not a bit spoiled.
Oh, thank you.
I'm starting to tremble now that we're safe.
Yes, of course.
Aye, it must have been a terrible ordeal.
I shan't need you for a while, my dear. Why don't you go and lie down?
He was very brave. Thank God he came along.
It's left me very shaken.
Of course it has. Come, sit down. And stop trembling, wee one.
Have you... are your things back?
They soon will be.
Oh, to have you here, Donald.
I'll be here tomorrow. Everything will be shifted by the middle of the morning.
There's still one thing I've not done. I haven't broken the news of our marriage to Elizabeth Jane.
Oh. Have you not?
You didn't tell her?
No. We were talking about the bull and, well, I thought she might have known and was too shy to mention it.
Who was too shy?
She must have thought it very strange when I stopped off at the church.
The church? Why?
Wait and see.
Oh, I hate secrets.
Oh, now.
You will always listen to me first, won't you? I mean, in any... if you hear any tales about...
Come on.
Donald?
There.
Oh, Donald. Is it for us? For our marriage?
Aye. For us.
Oh, my love.
Will Elizabeth Jane still be living here when I come?
I'll tell her tonight about our marriage. And we'll listen to the bells.
Done for.
Oh, yes, the story of your friend and the two lovers, the old and the new, how she wanted to marry the second, but felt she ought to marry the first.
And you know then who?
My father and...
And?
Mr. Farfrae.
You won't breathe a word of that story, will you?
Certainly not, if you say not.
Then you understand how I was absolved from all vows by the return of your mother.
Have you not renewed your promise?
Wrung from me by a threat.
Well, it was, but my father...
Turns out to be a man I should be afraid to marry. Really afraid. And it was not until after that forced promise that I knew it.
Then there is only one course left to you in honesty.
Which is?
You must remain a single woman.
No, think again.
I say it is my father or nobody, Miss Templeman.
How can you say that?
Well, it is true he is stern sometimes.
And how he treated you and your poor mother.
He did treat my mother badly once, when he was intoxicated. But he tried to put it to right. No. Oh, you can rule him entirely, Miss Templeman, with your wealth and your accomplishments. You're the woman he'll adore.
I was so desperate, so afraid of being forced to anything else, that I resolved to do it come what may. I'll have a week of happiness at any cost.
You have married Mr. Farfrae?
Yes. He will be coming here to live tomorrow. We shall stay until we find a more suitable house for him. Oh, aren't you happy for me, Elizabeth Jane? Well, I've told him that I want you to stay with me just as before. I'm sure we shall all three be happy together, please.
You've been very kind to me, Miss Templeman. When I was low as low could feel, but...
What do you mean?
When my mother died, my father arranged a small allowance for me. It's not much, but it is enough.
Enough for what?
I shall look for lodgings tonight, Miss Templeman. I am very, very grateful to you. But I cannot stay. I cannot.
Is that what you want?
Yes. I must not stay. Oh, my dear.
They was waxing weary, a walk came tripping in the stairs, the bonny Peg Madeary.